Hello, my name is Philip Marris. I'm the CEO of Marris Consulting. I'd like to talk to you about critical chain project management. I think probably the most intriguing thing about it is the results obtained by people using critical chain over the past 15 years. We have here the results that have been calculated by Jerry Kendall and Kathy Austin in their book Multi-Project Management in 2013, and they are very impressive. On average, working on a sample of 60 projects, they found that the project durations were reduced by 39% on average. The number of projects finished per time period would increase by 70%, and or the throughput of the company would increase by 53%. So this might be an engineering department, and this might be a company that sells its projects, and we're talking about increase in sales. Okay, so those are strange results. How is it done? Well, the basic logic is if we think back to how we plan a traditional project, let's say we've got 3 stages, we're developing a product, for instance, and we've got the proof of concept, the prototype, and the pre-series. Well, we go and see the person in charge of the proof of concept. We say, I've got this new product, this is it, how long is it going to take you to do the proof of concept? Okay, so they look out the window, they think of it, and they say 4 months. Okay. And then you go to the next person, you say, if I bring you the proof of concept of this new product on the 15th of September, how long do you think it will take you to do the prototype? And once again, with no data whatsoever to be able to do that, to answer that question, they look out the window, think back to the last project and say, okay, I can commit to having it done in 16 months. And on to the last part, and same thing, the person commits to 12 months. Okay? And off we go. And what happens is that's the plan, and the project finishes very late. Because in today's world, whatever the kind of project, whether it's a building, whether it's a new product, whether it's a computer software, projects are failing at least 70% of the time. Okay, and according to the theory of constraints, according to critical chain, that's because we killed the project just by what I just did. We asked people to commit to end dates within the tasks. Okay. And theory of constraints in general says beware of local optimums or local interventions, and think about the big picture, the global optimum. And the only thing that matters here is when it's going to be finished, when you can sell that product. So if you do that and you go back to the same people, but you don't ask exactly the same question, you say, on average, if you worked in good conditions, how long would it take for you to do that task? Okay. It's an average, so you can be half the time you can be late. You won't get killed because you're late. Just give me an estimate on average. How long should it take you? And whatever the kinds of projects, people are usually finding that if you do this, what happens is that on average, the time estimates of the tasks is reduced by about 50%, right? So the 4 months becomes just 2 months. Okay. You do that throughout the organization. Of course, it will vary from one task to another, but on average, you'll probably get rid of about half the duration. Okay, but that is unsafe, of course. We've taken out the safety. So what you do is you add a big buffer at the end of the project, right? A project buffer. And again, experience shows that it's often about a third of the duration of a project. Okay, so that's the way you plan a project. That's one of the first beauties of the critical chain. But there's another important piece of magic, which is the execution. So we have the work to be done here and the protection, the buffer. The work to be done here is put on a chart called the fever chart, and it's the critical chain, right? So we will start the project here and it will get finished there. The buffer is on the other axis. It's from here to here. We will start consuming the buffer like this, okay? And the execution follows this fever chart in a very simple way. We start down here at the origin, of course, and off we go. If we're going up here, it means that the durations are slightly longer than average. That's fine, no problem. We've got a global buffer that's protecting us all. And we carry on like this. Okay. The rules, the 3 colors, it's very simple. If it's green, no problem. If you carry on in green, the project will finish early, in fact. If you get into yellow, watch out. It might be getting dangerous, so you want to plan corrective action. And if you get into red, you execute corrective action. So that's what's happened here. They had a problem, they stalled, nothing, the project didn't go ahead at all, so the buffer got consumed, went into the red, executed corrective action, and off you went and finished off here. Okay, so it's really as simple as that. That is for one project. Exactly the same idea can be applied to a whole portfolio of projects. You get again a fever chart where all the different projects are on the chart. This is typically what a portfolio fever chart looks like if you've tuned the system correctly. About 3/4 to 85% of your projects will be in the green, not requiring any management attention. Some of them will be in yellow, and you'll just have to work on those. Okay, but you're in a system where the vast majority of your projects will finish on time without you interfering. Okay, and well, that's the beauty of critical chain. If you want to find out more, you can have, for instance, a look at our YouTube channel where we've got 100 videos about critical chain, theory of constraints and other subjects, or you can visit our Marris Consulting website. Thank you very much.